Hello everybody, it's MsSnufulupugus here, and I've decided that I'm going to start a tutorial world. Many of my friends have expressed interest in learning Minecraft, so I figured I would do this to help them along. Which makes me feel really good knowing that my hardcore Let's Play actually sparks some interest for new gamers. So I'm going to call this World Tutorial. You can change game modes here, survival or hardcore and creative. Hardcore is what I'm playing on in my Let's Play series. There are more world options here. By default, you'll have a default world which has hills and other types of terrains. Super flat will help you generate more areas with very flat areas, which is good for a creative mode if you want to have more room to work with and not have to clear out a lot of hills and things like that. I recommend having general structures on, because villages and dungeons are especially fun to adventure around. You can put in a specific seed here or type of world. So I'm going to save this and create a new world. Let's see what we get. Okay. Desert and jungle. These areas here, you can see there's a clear line splitting the desert from the jungle, which is where one biome begins and the other biome starts. There are many different types of biomes, and they are randomly generated. And as you travel throughout the world, you'll encounter many different ones. For starters, the first thing you want to do in any Minecraft world is to start punching wood. Since this is a jungle biome, you'll notice that there's these green things hanging, and those are vines. Vines themselves can be destroyed quite easily with one click. Later on, there are tools that you can make to gather vines and make some pretty interesting ladders, or maybe a tree house surrounded by vines. But I'll save that for later on in the tutorial series. For now, we want to primarily get ourselves situated for surviving the first night. When you spawn in a world, it will be daytime. I've never had a world where it would be nighttime. I'm not even sure if it's possible. It might be right as the sun is rising. It might be a little bit past absolute dawn, which is right around there. So the sun is rising over there, which means that's the eastern direction, and then that will be west because it sets in the west. So that helps us gain our bearings, and we do want to keep an eye on where we travel to from our spawn point. The reason is because when you die, as long as you're not playing in a hardcore mode, you will lose all of your stuff. And when you click respawn after you die, you will come back to your original spawn point. Unless you've created a bed, but I'll talk about that later. We're just going to stick to the very basics for now. And if you are close to your spawn point and you have an idea of where you were in relation to your spawn point, it'll make it much easier for you to head back to your death point and gather up all of the resources that you dropped upon death. So I'm going to get a fair amount of wood here. And wood is very important to gather right off the bat as opposed to sand or dirt, because you can use it, you can convert it first to wooden planks, and then these wooden planks can be used to make sticks. But more importantly than that, they can make a crafting table. Now some of the shortcuts I was using right there, if I have a stack, and if I right click on a whole stack, it'll split that stack in half. I can also right click inside a crafting area while I have it up to place just one anywhere. So that's pretty useful. And this here is a crafting table. Oops, I already made one of those. I guess I have two now. With the crafting table, you get a larger crafting area to work with. In our basic inventory, we just have a 4x4. The crafting table gives us a 3x3. So the next step here is going to be to make a wooden pickaxe, and the pickaxe is going to help us get our second most important resource aside from wood, which is coal. And coal is important because if we place coal on top of sticks, then we can make torches. And I'm also going to make an axe to help me gather wood faster. And I do need wooden planks. You can't use just regular wood. So that's an axe there. And the items that you craft will resemble somewhat the actual item you're going to make. And it does not matter if you put it on either side. And while I'm at it, I might as well make a spade or a shovel, whatever you'd like to call it. So now I've got some basic tools. I can break my crafting table down again, bring it with me. I could break it with my hands or an axe. It goes a little bit faster with an axe. And now I want to start looking for an area to build my shelter. And an area that's going to possibly yield coal. What you want to keep an eye out for is little hilly areas, small dungeons. That's where coal is most likely to be found. These here are cactuses, and if you walk up to them, they will hurt. Cactuses hurt. There's going to be many items that I'm going to be walking around, and I just heard a zombie. There might be a spawner underneath me here. I'm going to mark that. Dig out here to show myself that that might be an area of interest. But yes, there's going to be many items I'm walking around. You might ask yourself, what's this, what's that, what's the other thing? And I will definitely get to that. Have no fear. But there's so many different items in Minecraft now that it'd be impossible to cover everything in the first tutorial. Now, if you've watched my hardcore, you'll know that I am not very fond of killing animals right off the bat. However, I am a little bit short on food, and I do want to make sure that I have something just in case I get into a fight. And there seems to be a few cows around, so I'm not in too much of a danger. So that is swampland over there. What I'm keeping my eyes open for is a hill area. Again, ouch! Oh, and if you fall more than 3 blocks, you can take damage unless you fall into a pool of water. The water doesn't have to be very deep. It will break your impact. And travel this way a little bit. See if I can find an area promising for coal. Again, keeping in mind that my spawn point is over there. Ideally, I would like to get a shelter made right away. Oh, and we have some pigs and some chickens, which are good. It's a food source and a feather source. Wow, we have lots over here. There might be some coal in here. Does not look like it. I do want to try and find stuff on the surface in clear view. It's a little risky going into dark shaded areas. These are chicken eggs, as chickens will plop eggs, lay eggs. Those can either spawn more chickens or they will disappear. There's a 1 in 8 chance of having a chicken spawn. You can throw them and maybe get a chicken. I did not. Like I said, it's a 1 in 8 chance. Lily pads. Yeah, this is a nice little swampy area, but it does not seem like I'm having a lot of luck with coal. If you find yourself on your first night without any coal resource, the way that you can survive is by digging a 3 deep hole down with a block above your head. It'll be tight, it'll be cramped, it'll be dark, but nobody will be able to spawn in that area because there's no room, and you'll be safe for the night. Oh, I'm not having any luck at all. And these swampy... Oh, never mind, just as I speak. There we have it. These are mushrooms. Red mushrooms and brown mushrooms can be used to craft a stew, if you have a wooden bowl. Another thing that we will get to later. Okay, so now that I found some coal, I'm going to take out my pickaxe. Oh, and lovely, this seems to be a pretty significant vein here. Once I've gathered up this coal, I am going to head back towards my spawn point, if I can remember how to get there. My sense of direction is quite terrible. Now, you might hear a lot of people saying, oh, the first rule of Minecraft, second rule of Minecraft. The first rule of Minecraft is to punch trees as soon as you start. The second rule of Minecraft is to never ever dig directly above yourself or directly below yourself. The reason for that being is there could be something above you or below you very dangerous, such as lava or a very steep drop or water or gravel, which can suffocate you. Lava falls in your head, you toast, you burn to death. Gravel, you suffocate. If it's water, you could drown. Many reasons. And the sun is going down. I do not have much in the way of shelter, but I do want to get back to my spawn point. If you double click forward, the up arrow or your W key, you can sprint. It will cause your hunger bar to go down pretty quickly. And I hope I'm getting back to my spawn area. I don't think so, because I was not in a forest before. I've already lost my direction. I was definitely not near snow. Oh boy, oh boy. This is not a very good demonstration of how to survive your first night. Okay, well, it looks like I am going to build a very quick shelter before I get myself into too much trouble. I'm going to start off with my regular wooden planks, and I'll actually keep the dirt too in case I need it. Should be enough wood. I do not have much time left. No, I do not. It's going to be a very crude shelter. And make some torches real fast. Torches are done with a stick and coal on top. And I am also going to make a little door. I should still have my crafting table here. Oops. And with my crafting table I can make a door. The door you always want to place on the outside. You cannot place it on top of snow, it has to be on solid ground. Let's put up some torches here. And while it is crude, I do have a little area here where no mobs will be able to see me. If I do pop out over here and there's a skeleton here, he will be able to shoot through those little window holes there. But at least this gives me something to look out, and I can see what time of day it is. And usually when it's nighttime, you can spend your time making more items if you had the luck of gathering more stuff. Oh, I didn't get too much. I don't have any cobble. If I had cobble, I'd make a furnace. But I think I will do that in the next episode, and at least for now, we're safe. I hope you're safe too in your first night. And I'll call the episode here, and next episode we'll get a little bit more advanced. Thanks for watching.